usually do this unless I'm drunk or I'm high, but I'm both right now and I need you in my life. I don't usually do this unless I'm drunk or I'm high, but I'm both right now. Yeah, I'm both.
What's up, guys? It's your boy D, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having an awesome day, but really, I just want to get into this video. Blake Bortles. Now, I've made a ton of videos on my channel about how I believe the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the rise this season. Much like the Philadelphia 76ers or the Minnesota Timberwolves, or even the Los Angeles Lakers in the NBA, the Jacksonville Jaguars have trusted the process and over the years have been able to draft players like Jalen Ramsey, Miles Jack, Dante Fowler Jr., and even Leonard Fournette in this past draft. And they were also able to pick up players like Malik Jackson, AJ Bouye, and Calais Campbell in free agency to make them a great looking team on paper and on the field. But now, first year head coach faces problems that most of us knew that were going to happen. Blake Bortles. I've said all in my Jaguars videos that Blake Bortles was the weakest link and that he needed to go in order for the Jacksonville Jaguars to be good. But it wasn't supposed to be like this. So what happened to Blake Bortles? Like I said, it wasn't supposed to be like this. Blake Bortles was a hometown hero. Born here in Florida, where he attended high school, it was clear that Blake Bortles was made to play the game of football. As a senior, he completed 151 out of 233 passes for 2,211 yards with 27 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions. And when he finished his high school career with a Seminole County record of 5,576 career passing yards and 53 touchdowns. Football greatness was nothing new for Blake Bortles because of his big frame and even bigger arm. And when it was time for him to go to college, Bortles decided to stay in his home state and attend the University of Central Florida, where, yet again, football greatness was nothing new for Bortles. Freshman in 2011, Blake Bortles played in 12 games, completing 75 out of 110 passes for 958 yards and 6 touchdowns. But it didn't stop there. There was only improvement because in his sophomore season in 2012, he started all 14 games for UCF, and he completed 251 out of 399 passes for 3,059 yards with 25 touchdowns. He also went on to lead UCF to the 2012 Beefy O'Brady Bowl and received MVP for throwing 271 yards and 3 touchdowns in the game. But yet again, greatness was not over for Blake Bortles because there was only improvement. In 2013, Blake Bortles led UCF to an upset win over 5th-ranked Baylor, 52-42, in the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, where Blake Bortles threw for 301 yards and 4 touchdowns and then proceeded to win his second offensive MVP. Greatness was destined for Blake Bortles, so why in his 4th season in the NFL is his career almost over? But for that, I think we have to take a trip all the way back to his rookie season. I think these are when the problems really started for quarterback Blake Bortles. Also, we have to give an L to the weak quarterback class of 2014, with only quarterback Derek Carr proving himself to be a good starter in this league. Also, while yes, Blake Bortles' own decision makings and poor mechanics were awful, Blake Bortles was playing with one of the worst offensive lines at the time, and it showed when he was sacked a ridiculous 55 times as a rookie. And while I can't imagine what it's like to be sacked 55 times in one season, it was about to become a regular thing for Blake Bortles. Because while in his second season, with the help of the up-and-coming Allen brothers as your number 1 and number 2 playmakers, Blake Bortles was able to improve statistically by throwing for over 4,400 yards and 35 touchdowns. But Blake Bortles was still sacked a league-high 51 times in his second season, and that, I think, halted the work of trying to fix his bad decision-making and poor mechanics. But still, that's no excuse. The Jags had talent at the time, and quarterbacks like Russell Wilson and Andrew Luck, who have both been sacked over 85 times in their first 2 seasons and had less offense, was still able to find success. And now looking at this season's preseason, and Blake Bortles might be a bigger laughingstock than what Jay Cutler is about to do to the Miami Dolphins. A bigger laughingstock than Kevin Durant going to the White House. And can we all also take a moment to realize how ballsy and savage Kevin Durant has gotten ever since winning that ring? It's insane. Blake Bortles has only completed 11 of 18 passes for 81 yards and no touchdowns. It's pretty unimpressive, and new head coach Doug Marrone doesn't have a long of a leash on Bortles as the ex-head coach Gus Bradley did, because Blake Bortles is now entering a quarterback competition that he very much can lose. Because the backup quarterback for the Jaguars right now is Chad Henne, and while he hasn't played a regular season game since 2014, he's played good when he has started games for the Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's thrown for over 58 touchdowns in his career, so if the new head coach Doug Marrone does decide to go with him, I would not be surprised. Also, quarterback Colin Kaepernick remains unsigned by a team, and with more NFL players supporting the cause, like the Bennett brothers, Malcolm Jenkins, and Chris Long, I wouldn't be surprised if we do start to hear rumors about Colin Kaepernick signing or even working out with the Jacksonville Jaguars. But just know that you heard it here first. As a secondary fan of the Jacksonville Jaguars, I honestly don't know what I want for the quarterback situation. I don't know who I want to start, and it kind of sucks. But with this new head coach, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they just bring in somebody new for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Comment down below who you guys think is going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars starting quarterback at the start of the season and why, so we can talk about it. We still have 2 more preseason games for the Jaguars, so we'll see what happens. If you guys did enjoy this video, then hitting that like button is super awesome, and subscribing to my channel is even better. Follow me on Twitter, and I'll leave the link to that in the description below. But other than that, thanks you guys for watching today's video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace!